So if you're looking to join the police and wear one of these one day, it's highly probable you're going to have a final interview. And in that final interview, it's highly probable they're going to ask you a question about the impact of being a police officer on your personal life. And it's not missing parties. It's not working Christmas Day. It's a lot more than that. And in this video, I'm going to dive deep with you to show you exactly the sort of things that you should be talking about to answer that question. But first of all, who am I and why should you listen to anything I've got to say? My name is Brendan from Blue Light, and over the past 31 years, I've been supporting and helping people just like you to succeed in the recruitment process, in specialist interviews, in promotion boards with a huge amount of success. Just check out our Trustpilot reviews. We've got almost 800 5-star reviews, and they're glowing. They're absolutely glowing. We work hard for our Academy members to help them succeed, to enable them to be confident at their final interview, promotion board, whatever it might be. So, let's dive into this question. Where does it come from? Well, last night I was running one of my Ask Brendan Anything webinars with our clients. This is where we dive deep into the realities of the recruitment process, the realities of policing. And one of the questions that cropped up was around the impact of being a police officer on your personal life. So first of all, we looked at trauma. First of all, we discard all of the other cliched stuff like missing parties, having to work Christmas Day, having to work shifts. I might be a bit tired at times. Like, those are givens. You should know that stuff. And that's not the impact of being a police officer. What they want to hear is that you've considered the real in-depth impact that being a police officer is going to have on your personal life. And to say, we've had clients come to us, and in our roadmap sessions that we have with them, or one of the first coaching calls that we have with them, we'll try out this question. And sometimes I remember people saying, I don't think it'll have any impact on me. No, it's absolutely going to have an impact on you. It really will. No matter how thick-skinned you think you might be, there will be a time at some point in your career where you're just going to burst into tears and you're not going to know why, or you might know why. And that's going to happen on several occasions. Of course, it's going to impact on you. And the first thing we looked at in the Ask Brendan Anything webinar last night was trauma. Most people in their lives will experience about 3 or 4 traumatic incidents, a death in the family, or something serious, really serious that's happened in terms of maybe a road traffic collision or something life-changing. 3 or 4. Police officers experience over 500 traumatic incidents over the course of their career. So of course this is going to have an impact on you. And we talked in depth about how to recognize when those sort of experiences are having an impact on you, and how to recognize when those experiences are having an impact on your colleagues, and what you can do to ask more questions and ask better questions of your colleagues, to use the F word more. The F word, you say? Yeah. How are you feeling at this moment in time? I'm all right. No, how are you really feeling? I know you've just been to that really, really difficult sudden death. I know it involved a 2-year-old child, and I know you've got a little boy. How are you feeling? Well, I'll be all right. The F word. Ask the F word question more. And so we all made a pledge, really, that we're going to ask that question of ourselves once we're in the police, and ask that question of our colleagues. So that was great to see among our clients, that we're demonstrating that genuine care for ourselves, because if you don't look after the me, you can't look after the we. We also talked about strategies to manage the sort of trauma that you're going to experience and the stresses you're going to experience. And we talked about the impact not just on you in your personal life, but the impact on your loved ones. So we also discussed and went through how we would describe instances like being assaulted. So you will be assaulted. That will have an impact on your personal life. But we also talked about how it would have an impact on your loved ones, who are going to worry about you, especially if you've been seriously assaulted. Next time you go to your workplace, to your police station, don't think they're not at home worrying about you. They absolutely are. So how do we manage all of that as well? How do we manage the mental health impact on ourselves, demonstrate resilience and keep that resilience, but also help support those loved ones around us? See, we go deep, don't we? You might be thinking, God, I've never thought of any of this. We go seriously deep in our webinars. So what else? Just check my notes. Yeah, we just talked about what sort of traumatic incidents you would have to deal with. Because in your answer, you need to be demonstrating that you really do understand the role and the impact that role is going to have on you and your loved ones. We also talked about how to get support and where to get that support from. And the last thing that we talked about is the real impact of being a police officer. You might deal with all those traumatic incidents, but when you wear this, and this is my cap badge, I'm not going to put it on my head, like it's too cheesy, but this is my inspector's cap. And look what it says there. That was the Queen's emblem, bless her soul, may she rest in peace. I served Her Majesty the Queen. How proud am I that I served Her Majesty the Queen? How proud am I that I was a crown servant of Her Majesty for just under 3 decades? How proud am I that I helped communities become better places, become stronger, more cohesive versions of themselves? How proud am I of having tackled organised crime gangs, how my team dismantled them, disabled them, and destroyed them? How proud am I of all of those moments when I've changed people's lives, enabled them to find a better path? There's no other job like it, seriously. So if you're answering this question, always answer on a positive. And that is the positive, that you're going to be a servant of His Majesty. And there's nothing else like it, nothing else like it. So there you go, the impact of being a police officer. If you'd like us to help you develop your most amazing answer to that question and a ton of other questions that you're going to get asked in your online assessment and your final interview, then check out the link below. At the top of the description, there's a link to a form. Complete the form. It takes no more than 5 minutes to do so. Just ask questions about what force you're joining, where you are now, where do you want to be, what you're struggling with, and we can jump on a call with you to see if our academy program is a good fit for you, and more importantly, whether you can judge us and see whether we're a good fit for you. It's got to work both ways. It's got to work both ways. And if you are a good fit and you join our academy, we'll be delighted to work with you. I look forward to seeing you on the weekly Ask Brendan Anything webinar. Hopefully useful for you. I'll catch you on the other side. Take care for now.